Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Project Control Aspirants. In this video we are going to discuss about delay analysis techniques. It's a very significant tool of project controls. I am Zishan Ali. I am working in Saudi Aramco as a project controls and I am very excited to share my takeaways from my previous experience about this topic. So we are going to discuss about the following topics in detail. Definition, what is the definition of delay analysis? General types of delay, what are the different type of delays? What are the different delay analysis techniques? What are the steps involved in prospective and retrospective time impact analysis? And what is the cost associated with these delays? We'll discuss about all this topic in details in the upcoming slides. Definition. Delay analysis. Delay analysis is a critical tool of project controls used to find out, identify and quantify the causes of the delays, and accordingly we can find out the corrective action to mitigate those delays. It is also a very essential tool when it comes to extension of time or dispute, where you can easily identify the delay, what are the delays and who is responsible for the delays. There are many different factors that can contribute to delay in a project. These includes scope change. So there are different factors, but the major factors which causes delays are scope change. This is the most uh, important, or you can say the most probably the delay means causes which cause the delay. One is that is scope change. When you addition of new scope or the deletion of scope, or there is a major design change, this will most effectively cause the delay. Second is resource constraint. You cannot able to mobilize, or there is a lack of availability of resources as compared to the original plan. That will again a cause of delay, because if you are not able to mobilize enough resources as per the original plan, definitely it will take more time, so it will delay the project. On the second hand, suppose if you mobilize the resources as per the original plan, however they are not productive, or there is a breakdown in the resources, that also again will cause a delay. Third is scheduling errors. Like while developing the baseline plan or while developing the baseline schedule, you miss some activities, or you didn't give the required duration for a particular activity, or there is not a correct relationship given to the activities. Again, when you executing that particular activity, it may take more time, so ultimately it will result in delay in the project. So that is the third reason for the delay. And the last is external factors, like there is a climatic condition, the flood came, or drought came, or there is a strike of workmen, or there is a government change. So there could be a possible, these are the some possible external factors which causes the delay. General types of delay. So we divided the delays into four major types of delay. One is critical or non-critical delay, excusable or non-excusable delay, compensable or non-compensable delay, and concurrent or non-concurrent delay. We will discuss all these delay one by one. Critical delay that affect the project completion, or in some cases the milestone dates. The delay events which causes the impact, or which impact the mechanical completion, or which impact the achieving a milestone, it will call as a critical delay. Or you can say in simple word, the delay event which fall under critical path, also known as critical delay. Non-critical delays, the delay event which will not impact the mechanical completion or the achieving any milestone date, that will called as a non-critical delay. Excusable delay that is unforeseeable event that is beyond the contractor or subcontractor control. Like as I told, there is a unavailability of resources, or additional work which is given by the client, or the project has been suspended for due to labor strikes. So these are some delays which is not under control of contractor or subcontractor. That is, we call it as excusable delay, non-excusable delay, which are under control of subcontractor, like unavailability of resources. They are not able to mobilize the resources on time, or unproductive resources, or there is a rework by the contractor. They keep on doing same work again and again. That will again cause a delay, which is purely under control of contractor. So those delays because of those reasons are called as non-excusable delay. Compensable delay. Delay is where the contractor is entitled to a time extension and additional compensation. Means you can say that the delays which is purely solely attributable to the client. For that, the contractor is entitled for a additional compensation. Like there is a change in scope, or additional work is added to the total scope of the project. In such cases, definitely the contractor is entitled for the additional compensation. Non-compensable delay. Delay where the contractor is not entitled to a time extension or additional compensation, though it is excusable delay. Though it is not in control of contractor or subcontractor, but still they cannot be compensated for such delay. Like suppose a lump sum contract where the material cost is increased, or there is no unavailability of resources, because of that project got delay. But since it is a LSPV project, the contractor will not be compensated for this delays. So though the delay is not under control of contractor, but still as per the contract they cannot be compensated. Concurrent delay. Two or more separate delays to the critical path that occur at the same time. So two or more critical delays happen at the same time is called concurrent delay. And non-concurrent delay. Two or more delays on the critical path, but they are not happening at the same time. That is called non-concurrent delay. Delay analysis techniques. So now we will discuss about the various techniques of delay analysis. On the broader aspect, they have divided into schedule based analysis and non-schedule based analysis. However, in this video we will discuss only about schedule based analysis, because non-schedule based analysis nowadays we are not practicing such these techniques, and this not give a clear reason for the delay. So I will discuss only about schedule based analysis. Schedule based analysis is further divided into prospective time impact analysis, retrospective time impact analysis, and window analysis. Here among all these three, the most importantly used is retrospective time impact analysis. Retrospective time impact analysis is further divided into as planned versus as built analysis, impacted as planned analysis, collapsed as built analysis, and but for analysis. Here also among the all four different type of retrospective time impact analysis, the most commonly used technique is impacted as planned analysis. However, we will discuss all these different techniques one by one in our upcoming slides. So prospective time impact analysis, or you can say forecasting future delays. This technique is used to predict the potential impact of future event on a project schedule. It is especially helpful in a proactive management, allowing to identify and address the potential delay before they occur. Owner and contractor will agree to estimated value of work prior to the work being performed. So in such delay techniques, you know the delays well in advance. So before actually executing such activities, you know the delay, and you can do a proactive mitigation plan to overcome such delay and to complete the project on time. Like for example, your project has been awarded, and before you start executing the job, the client will come with an additional scope of work or a major design change. So before actually starting the job itself, you know these are the delay, these are the additional scope of work, or there is a additional change in work has been added to the contract, and you can accordingly you can plan your future activities to overcome such delays. So the main benefit or pros of this particular technique is you have enough time to uh, mitigate or take action against such delays, and you can work as a proactive way to mitigate such delays. The demerit of such delays, it can only be used to the delays which are well known in advance. Suppose if you started the activity and then you come to know about some any delay and delay event, you cannot use this technique. So this technique can only be used if your delay event is well known in advance or future delays. As planned versus as built analysis. As it is clear from the name itself that it is a comparison between as planned, that is baseline schedule, versus as built, that is updated schedule. So in this, in other words, we call it as what happened to what was supposed to happen. That is what was planned and what actually happened. The comparison of these two is as planned versus as built analysis. This analysis is usually performed at higher level or WBS level. You can use this technique only at the higher levels. You cannot go in detail. Like prima facie, you want to know that a project has been delayed. You want to know which are the disciplines which impacted the schedule. So you can use this technique. Like I can show you here. If you see here, as planned, that is the baseline schedule. The project is supposed to complete by December 24. Civil is supposed to complete by March, but in actual, the project has been completed in February 25. You see here the green. As planned, means as per baseline, the project civil should be completed by March 24. However, in actual, it is completed in May 24. That is, the civil got delayed by 2 months. Same way, mechanical is supposed to complete by August. However, in actual, it is completed in July. Electrical is supposed to complete by September, but in actual, it is completed in October. And same way, pre-commissioning is supposed to complete by December 24. However, in actual, pre-commissioning is completed by February 25. So you can see that civil, E&I and pre-com are the main disciplines which impacted the schedule. But this is the merit of this particular schedule is this technique is it is very easy to understand and it is very easy to present. You don't need much detail to prepare this analysis technique. However, the demerit of this particular delay analysis technique is it identifies non-critical part delay as delay, for which contractor would not be entitled for a time extension. Suppose in civil has been delayed, but in civil also there could be several different activities which are not a part of critical path. Still, this will come as a delay event, and which contractor will try to claim the extension of time, which is not correct. If the project is executed in different sequence than planned, this technique will not be able to properly identify and measure the delays. Second main demerit of this particular technique is the project should be executed exactly as planned or baseline plan. If it is changed, like if the sequencing of the activities or there is a crashing of the activities or the shift of critical path happened, then this technique will not give a clear picture. And the third, the most important demerit of this particular technique is it will not give a clear picture of concurrent delay. Like suppose here if you see civil got delayed by 2 months from March to May. Now this 2 month there could be a reason that 1 month delay is because of the lack of resources, that is contractor delay, and 1 month is delayed because of the unavailability of material which is in client scope, and that is client delay. So it will not give the concurrent delay, what is the total impact of the delay and who is responsible for it. So you can use this technique only to know the impacted on the WBS level, on prima facie. But if you want to know the exact delay and who is responsible for delay, you should use the other technique that we will see in the upcoming slide. So here, impacted as planned analysis. This is the most commonly used technique and it give a very realistic result as well. So in this technique, we list down all the delay events. We convert those delay events into fragments. How to convert that into fragment, tell you in the upcoming slides. Once you convert those delay event into fragment, you have to insert those fragment in the latest updated schedule just prior to the effective date of that delay event. Once you insert those delay event in the latest updated schedule, rerun the schedule. After rerun the schedule, that schedule will become an impacted as planned schedule. The difference between the mechanical completion of the impacted as planned schedule and the latest updated schedule where you inserted those delay event, the difference in the mechanical completion is your delay that happened because of those fragment. Like if I show you in this particular bar chart, if you see the blue shows the as planned or your baseline schedule and green shows the impacted as planned schedule. So as per as planned, civil should be completed by March, mechanical should be completed by August, E&I by October and pre-com by December. The total project should be completed by December. However, when we see the in actual, after executing the civil or while you are executing the civil work, you find there is a stop work. This work has been stopped for 2 months. And then additional scope of work, building work has came while you are doing this job. So what we did, we convert those two delay event into fragment. We inserted in this baseline schedule, the blue one, and link with the respective successor and predecessor. So here if you see after completion of building work, you can start the mechanical work. So as per baseline, mechanical work should have started by March 24. But because of these two delay events, the mechanical work started in the month of July. So project has been delayed by 4 months here itself. And then when we rerun the schedule, the pre-commissioning or the mechanical completion is done by April 25. So 4 month project got delayed because of these two events, a stop of work and building works. So this will give you a clear picture that these are the events and how much it impacted the schedule. The merit of this particular technique is it is easy to understand. It will give you a clear picture who is responsible for what delay, how much delay. It will give you a clear comparison. Demerit, this analysis considered that the project is executed as per baseline schedule except for the delay fragment inserted. In reality, there may be various changes in the sequence of the activity and shift in critical path. So this technique we use by considering or making we suppose that the project has executed as per the baseline except those delay events which we converted into fragment. However, it is not so. When we are executing the job, there could be a change in sequence, there could be a critical path shift, there could be a crashing of the durations. So in that case, it will not give you a clear picture because the prima facie that this technique can be used only if we follow the same as per the baseline, whatever sequence we have followed in baseline. So this is the one demerit. The other demerit is mostly the analyst will insert the delay caused by the opposition party. So suppose a contractor is using this technique, he will always list down the delay event which is caused by the client, and vice versa. If the client is using this technique, he will always list down the delay which is caused by the contractor. So it is somehow a biased technique, you can say. It will give a biased result. So that is again the most and more important demerit of this particular technique. But for analysis, these are like techniques which we not use oftenly, but just For the sake of information, I am just telling you about this. The first is but for analysis. In this technique, the analyst insert the owner's delay into the original project schedule and argue that but for this delay he could have finished the work much sooner. Means he lays down the delay event happened because of the client. He will insert in the baseline schedule and he will rerun the schedule and he will say that because of this delay event the project got delayed, or else he could have finished the project on time. So that is, we call it as but for analysis. Collapsed as built analysis. This time it is nothing but a reverse of a impacted as planned analysis. Here what we do, we take a updated schedule, we remove or subtract the delay event from the updated schedule, and then we rerun the schedule. When we rerun the schedule, it become a collapsed as built analysis. So the difference between the mechanical completion of the as built schedule and the mechanical completion of the collapsed as built schedule, the difference in the two schedule, the mechanical completion, is that delay happened because of those delay event which we have deleted or removed from the as built schedule. However, we don't use this technique much because it will give you unreliable or erroneous result. Window analysis. In this technique, the analyst choose to analyze delay in isolated time period or window during the project. Window analysis is nothing but a time impact analysis. Only difference is the whole project is divided into isolated time period. It could be a prospective time impact analysis or retrospective time impact as built versus as planned analysis. Any analysis where you are not analyzing the whole project at a time. Instead of that, you divide the total project duration into windows of equal intervals. So window analysis involves two major steps. One is how you are dividing the total project, like a 4-year project. You can divide into 6 or 8 month interval or windows, and then the selection of the delay analysis technique. Either you can go for a prospective time impact analysis or as built versus as planned analysis or impacted as planned analysis, as built analysis. Any technique you can use, and then you can divide that total project duration into windows. Basically, window analysis is used when the project duration is very big, like it's a 4-year project. In such projects, to analyze the delays of all the delay event in one go is very difficult and challenging. So instead of analyzing the whole project delay, you can divide it into windows, and then you can analyze the delay of each window, and while summing up the delay of each window, it will give you total delay of the project. Now, steps for prospective time impact analysis techniques. So I'll tell you what are the step by step how you can use this technique to find out the delay. So in prospective time impact analysis, as I already told, that you know the delay well in advance. The future delays, you find out the impact of the future delays. So first of all, once you find out the future delay, like there is a added or change or addition of a scope of work, you find out the effective start date of that particular additional scope of work. Then you find out or identify the last available updated schedule closer to the effective date or added change of work. Like here, if you see, these are the two fragments or two delay events. It is starting from 2nd March to 14th March, and fragment 2 is starting from 16th March to 21st March. So these two additional scope of work is the effective date of these two additional scope of work is from 2nd March to 21st March, but that means it happened in the month of March. So the last updated schedule prior to this two delay event or the additional scope of work is February. So you can take a latest updated schedule of 29th February updated schedule. So we consider this as the just prior to the start of the effective date of the additional scope of work. So once you identify the available updated schedule, you convert the change of work or the additional scope work into fragment. What we did here, we converted that into fragment. Means we change in terms of schedule. We converted into terms of activities. We have given the duration, start date, and end date. We link it with the respective successor and predecessor. So once you converted those delay event into fragment, you submit those or you send it to the client for a review. Those fragment, once this fragment has been approved by the client, you insert those fragment in the latest updated schedule, that is 29th February. Once you insert those fragment in the latest updated schedule prior to the effective date of the change or the additional scope, run the schedule. That is the last step. You run the schedule. Once you run the schedule, now after running the schedule, this will become a impacted schedule. So the mechanical completion of the impacted schedule and the latest as built schedule will be your delay. So here if you see, as per baseline or before inserting the fragment, the mechanical completion was 11th April. Now once we inserted those fragment 1 and fragment 2, the project completion changed to 2nd May. So that means that project has been delayed by 3 weeks. If you see here, the blue lines are showing the baseline or the last updated schedule. The mechanical completion was week 10. However, after inserting those fragment, you see this maroon line showing the updated schedule, means impacted schedule. It goes to week 13, means because of these two events, the project got delayed by 3 weeks. So this is how you can find out the delays because of the delay event. Now the steps for retrospective time impact analysis technique. This technique which we have used in my last project. So I'll give you the live example. This was a ethane upgradation plan. It was a brownfield job, and the project original project duration was 10 months. However, due to as it is a brownfield job and there are a lot of issues came while executing the job, the project got delayed by 196 days. So by the end of the project, we used this technique and we built our case and we submitted to the client using this retrospective time impact analysis. So I'll tell you step by step how we followed this from my last live example from my last project. So first step is we list down all the delay event which impacted the mechanical completion. When we started listing down, we find out more than 20 to 30 event which actually impacted the schedule. But we have sorted out the most relevant and most major delay event which causes the impact on mechanical completion, and we sorted these 7 delay events. Once we sorted those 7 delay events, we find out the effective start and end date of those delays. Like if you see here, the first delay is delay due to late issuance of LUP and NTP for temporary laydown yard and temporary office facilities. That is, we got the LUP is nothing but land use permit, NTP is notice to proceed. After getting the LUP and NTP, then only actually we start executing the job. As per baseline, we should have received that approval by 30 December. However, we received that approval by 16th March. So the starting of the job or to initiate the job itself has been delayed by 63 days. Same way, the second delay event, excavation for foundation on hold due to mismatch between the plan coordinate and IFC drawings. When we start doing the precast work and the foundation work on site, we find there is a mismatch between the plan coordinate and the IFC drawing. Whatever the coordinate giving the IFC drawing is matching with the existing foundation in the project or the brownfield project. So this got resolved. It took 24 days to resolve this delay event. Accordingly, we have listed all the 7 delay event and what are the impact of those, means start and end date, effective start and end date date of those delay events. Third step, we have calculated the total impact of the mechanical completion against each for each delay event one by one. Means we have listed 7 delay events, and then we started finding out the impact on the mechanical completion because of each event one by one. So first event was delay due to late issuance of LUP and NTP for temporary laydown yard and temporary office facilities. As I told you that we have to identify the latest updated schedule just prior to the effective start date of the delay event. Here you can see the effective start date of this delay event is 30 December. So we have to choose updated schedule which is just prior to it. However, in this case, the project started itself by 28 December. So in this case, our baseline schedule itself is our latest updated schedule just prior to the effective date of the delay event. So we choose the baseline schedule. Now we converted that particular delay event into fragnet. You can see here how we converted the delay event into fragnet. We make a WBS, that is issuance of LUP and NTP for laydown yard, that is 30 December to 2nd March. We have submitted on 30 December. We got the approval on 2nd March. Now after converting into fragnet, we submitted to the owners. We took their prior approval that this is the duration we are taking, this is the logic we are using. Once they approve it, we inserted in the as we discussed earlier in the latest updated schedule, that is in this case it is baseline schedule. We link it with the respective successor and predecessor. Once we did all this, finally we rerun the schedule. Finally, after inserting the fragment and rerunning the schedule, it is observed that the final mechanical completion is shifted from 16th October to 20 December, making an impact of 65 calendar days. So once we inserted this fragment in the baseline schedule, and we rerun the schedule, we find that mechanical completion, as you see here, was 16th October, was shifted to 20 December, making an impact of 65 days. Here you can see this was the baseline plan where we inserted this fragment 1. After inserting the fragment 1, we rerun the schedule. Mechanical completion from 16 October changed to 20 December. Same way we repeated the same exercise for all the 7 delay events, and we find the impacted days, like for delay due to late issuance 65 days, and excavation for foundation it was impacted by 36 days, and so on and so forth. Means for total 7 events, these are the impacted days. Now this technique says that the total delay because of those delay events is the summation of the impacted days. So once we added all these impacted days because of those 7 delay events, it is 196 days. So total project has been delayed by 196 days because of these delay events. So this is how we can use our retrospective time impact analysis technique to find out the delays. So basically there are 2 steps in delay analysis. One is you have to build your case. You are taking any of the technique, retrospective or prospective. Once it is been approved or acknowledged by the client, then it comes to the second part, that is cost. So we will see in the next slide. So cost of delay. Cost of delay, again you can only claim the indirect or cost for this delays. You cannot claim the direct cost of during the extension of time, because whatever type of contract it is, you will get the payment for your direct work. Whatever job you have executed, you will get as an invoice payment. So you can only claim the indirect cost for the additional delay, means extended stay of time. So there are 4 main costs you can claim. One is indirect cost, escalation cost, head office overhead cost, and finance cost. These are the 4 main costs what you can claim for your delay. Indirect cost. So indirect cost like indirect manpower, your PCM, RCM, admin, HSC, uh, QAQC, planning manager. So all those indirect manpower which were delayed for the extended stay. Like here in this case, as per our original plan, it was 10 months. They have extend. They have stayed for another 196 days. So whatever their salary which we have paid for this additional 196 days, you can claim that, and you are entitled for that compensation. Same way for P&M. The additional man month for the for extended stay after mechanical completion, you can claim that. Same way for vehicle conveyance and operation and maintenance costs like food, accommodation, power, insurance, other things. So whatever the additional cost you paid for the additional extended stay of that 196 days, you can claim it. Second head is escalation cost. Suppose during this extended stay of 196 days, there is a escalation in the cost of diesel price or petrol price or man hour rate or the equipment rate, anything that you can claim as a escalation cost. Third one is head office overhead cost. As you all know that for any project you fix the amount, or you have to we call it as a A&M recovery cost, which you usually consider as 1.5% of the total contract value, which you have to pay. Like if you are doing a project, you will have a country office, you have the country manager. So the salary of the country manager and the rent of that particular office will be paid from the project itself. So now, as per our original plan, the project was 10 month. We are supposed to pay the 10-month rent for the head office. We are supposed to pay the 10-month salary of the country manager or the HR manager, whatever. But due to the extended stay, we have to pay the rent for another 196 days. So the head office overhead cost is nothing but the additional cost or additional amount what you paid because of the extended stay is come under head office over cost, which you are entitled to for the compensation. So the formula is Hudson formula. We call it as Hudson formula here. So allowance or the percentage of the total contract value, like as I told, usually we take 1.5% original contract price, original contract period, that is 10 month, and the period of delay, that is 196 days. So your recoverable head office overhead and profit is equal to contract value into the allowance, that is 1.5% for we took in this particular project, divided by the total contract period, that is 10 month, into 196 period, that is 196 days period of delay. So you can find out the head office overhead cost that you have paid for the extended stay. Third head is finance cost. Fourth head is our finance cost. Here usually, like the sum of the amount has been retained by the client, for that we call it as retention amount. So usually after the completion of the project, the client release the retention amount. So as per our original plan, in this project the retention amount was 3% of the total contract value. So as per the original plan, the 3% of the total contract value is supposed to be released by after 10 months. However, due to the delay of 196 days, this 3% has been released after 10 months plus 196 days. So here, to arrange this 3% of the total contract value, we took a loan from the from bank at certain interest rate. So whatever interest we paid to arrange that 3% of the retention amount, which is supposed to release by 10 months, for this particular 196 days, you can claim that the interest cost. So the formula is a rate of interest what you have paid to the bank, the total contract value, the value of retention, so the rate of interest what you pay to the bank, the retention amount which is supposed to be released, the delay in the duration, that is 196 days, divided by 365. So this also you can claim it as a cost of delay. So these are the four heads where you can claim your additional cost for the extended stay, only for the extended stay, that is 196 days in this particular days, in particular case. So that's all for the delay analysis technique and cost of delays. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel. And if you have any further topic you want to know more, which you have any doubt, you can put in comment, and if when I get time, I'll definitely make a video on that also. So thank you very much, and please like and subscribe to my channel.